I say it, I don't care if I'm attacked or not. Women are every bit as vicious as men. Ask the average Nigerian lady, who would you prefer to be? A Yahoo boy or a doctor? The online space is a place where people jump from extreme to extreme. Men die more, men commit suicide more. There are more men in jail. There's no system that teaches you how to navigate life as a man.
As a man.
Nobody actually sat me down to actually discuss with me about what do you want out of life?
A man that is not trained, we always see his wife as a competition, especially when the wife is actually trying to get better. These ladies you are training, get married to men.
You saying men should not cry is wrong. The archetype of a perfect man is Jesus Christ. And the Bible said Jesus wept. Valentine's Day, in quotes, is supposed to be a day of love. But let's be honest, it's a day to celebrate the women. Men should learn to speak up more. But the society that is asking the men to speak up more, are you ready for the truth? Have we lost the ability to critically analyze the situation, to critically hear what somebody is saying without trying to look for loopholes? For someone that is just growing up, if you are still in your, for those that are still in their teenage age or their early 20s, what I say is insert yourself in healthy families. Either we want to admit it as men or not, one of the primary emotions that motivate men to achieve things are two: emotions of both love and sex.
If as a father you are putting up a kind of show in the house that is already communicating a negative energy, either you like it or not, you're already affecting your wife, you're already affecting the kids. Hello everyone. We are here again on your screens to do what we do every week, to bring perspective to trending matters, matters of culture, matters of identity, matters of who we are as a people, the things that we are neglecting and the things that we are focusing on. How that sometimes we are majoring on the minor and minoring on the major. So today we want to talk about a very, very important topic actually. We want to talk about masculinity, we want to talk about men, we want to talk about the mental health of men, how that it's not being talked about as much as it should be talked about. And one thing I've come to understand about men, even as a man myself, is that it is men that gives identity to a society and to a family. Now, kids will always look up to their father for identity, and that's why you see that any house that the father is absent, there will always be an identity issue with, even with both the sons and the daughters. And as I believe everyone knows, this is the month of June, which is the month of the mental health awareness. And actually, to be frank, with you guys, I'm just knowing for the first time that something like this exists, and I'm a man myself. So if me as a man is just finding out that there's actually a month dedicated to us for mental health, to actually tell people about, oh, check up on your male friends, see how they are doing, see how they are carrying the burdens of their family, of the country on their shoulders, see if they are coping well or they're actually on the verge of breaking down. So if me myself as a guy, if I'm just knowing that something like this exists, how much more does that gender? And there's something I've noticed, and last month I was still talking about that on my page. How that everything male is always quiet, it's always on the downside. Nobody talks about it. For instance, now, the ladies, all the three genders, like almost 4 days that they celebrate every year. There's Mother's Day, there's Women's Day, there's Guest Child Day, Girlfriend's Day, and everything like that. Now, these days are always everywhere on WhatsApp, on Instagram, on TikTok. Like you see people coming out, celebrating their mother, celebrating all women in their lives, and it's always loud. But most times, okay, now for instance, this year's International Men's Day, or is it Bush Day that was done? I think last month. I think it was on that day, maybe around evening time. Before I saw somewhere that you like say today be the day of this thing.
Now I feel like the issue here is not necessarily that you don't, because the same way women have their days. To be fair,
Me as well as
the same way they have theirs, because there's this propaganda going on that women have a lot of holidays. a lot of days
Yeah.
are dedicated to them. Why men do this? Like,
Yeah, of course, of course, of course.
there's men's day,
There's fathers, there's
there's
men's
Father's Day,
day,
there's men's day,
there's boy child's
there's
day and
boy
all
child's
that.
day, and
Yeah,
all.
of course, of
But
course,
the
of course.
problem here is that it's not as pronounced
As the other gender.
as the other gender.
Exactly.
That's where the problem is. Because I myself, I think it was when I was discussing with you when we were trying to plan this. Well, that's why you were telling me that okay, this month is even for men's
Men's
men.
health.
I didn't know anything.
That's the
I
thing.
think so. To bring so even then I didn't even pay much attention to it until I was on. I think it was Frank Ikemifuni's page that I was talking about it. That was when I'm like, oh wow, so there's a month, whole month
Actually.
dedicated to men's mental
And
health.
you know, the same way that February is dedicated to Black History. Now that one is at least you know that you get. And I think I've known that for maybe few years now that February is Black History Month, right? Like all over the world, people talk about black and all that. But like, but this 2026 is the first time I'm knowing that there's a month dedicated to this. So I feel that there should be much more pronouncement on this month
Okay.
to be able to, so that people will know that, so that men will know that people actually care about it.
And
That's just it.
see, the thing is this: if we are being honest, this thing is deeply rooted. Has been deeply rooted in a lot of. Is how do I put it?
Okay, is a is a systemic something
More or less
or
like
like a
it.
cultural
It has
something.
deeper roots than what we are seeing on the surface.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah,
now
yeah.
let's come to let's come to the superficial level now.
Mm-hmm.
Valentine's Day in quotes is supposed to be a day of love,
Yeah.
but let's be honest, it's not a day of love. It's a day to celebrate the women. Cause no, just check,
Actually,
understand the no,
actually,
understand the dynamic.
because you know most times, except in some little cases of maybe ladies that actually love their men. So you get. Although I'm not saying that you don't love your man. Don't get me wrong. What I'm saying is that most times you see men
Me, I'm saying you don't love your man. You get me wrong. I'm saying you don't love him because love is giving.
because
Eh,
most time you see men go all out, plan surprise dates, surprise events for their girlfriends. Husbands will go and create something, go out buy flowers, decorate the
we are
homes
going far.
in order to celebrate the wife.
Osime said something, and it was everybody just joked about it, and I thought about it, and this thing is very, very, very true. He said
Mhm.
he was on his podcast with no, not podcast. I think it was a show, a vlog with Koti. I don't even know Koti.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I know.
So she was trying to get into his mind, know how
It
okay,
is.
who is Usime and the likes. So he said something. He said all his friends.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was trying to say how that he does not like to keep leeches around him.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
even
yeah,
a
yeah.
lady that is going, the lady he is going to end up with,
Mm-hmm.
that he loves someone that can actually provide. That how that he cannot get you a Birkin bag on his own on your birthday, and it's his own birthday. You are telling him
A king is
a
born.
king is born
To hell with that statement.
to like, and guess what? Check a lot of Valentine's Day is when a lot of ladies change their phones.
Exactly.
Valentine's Day is when a lot of ladies add wigs worth millions to their collections. Valentine's Day is when a lot of ladies wardrobe experiences a top lip.
And Valentine's Day is it that many men get new boxers,
New boxers,
new
new
singlets.
singlets. Valentine's Day is a day when men get debit alerts.
I'm
Valentine's
telling
Day
you.
is a day where you know is we laugh about these things. We laugh about these things, but if you look at it deeply, is is concerning.
It's
Do you know there
concerning.
are men that intentionally orchestrate disagreements?
So that at least that week they've not been together. So that at least after that week, then okay, I love for baby, I'm
I'm sorry,
sorry.
and the
Can we come
life. Can we
together?
come to
So avoid a lot of debt alerts.
and now, guess what? Guess what? If the man knows that what I'm giving out, that okay, even though I'm going to do something for this girl, if he knows that it's going to be neutral, he will not
There's no
go.
problem. See, there's no problem. See, men are sacrificial anytime, any day. That's just it. Fathers, men,
You know,
the brothers.
even where the world is today,
Exactly.
the many things that we enjoy in the world today, ac- actually rode on the wings of the sacrifices of some men, of a lot of
100,
men.
100. So meaning that giving is not an issue for me. But the issue is, but the issue is that how come that you have been dating? Okay, let me. I saw a video. I think yesterday or 2 days ago on X. Now, this lady and this guy, they are friends. Like, no, they're just friends. Nothing, like nothing. This thing, they're just friends. Now, this girl was not complaining that she started the friendship. That it seems as if every time she always not doing the calling, doing the texting, doing the reaching out, and the guy is just passive. So she's like, she's not interested in keeping a friendship that
It's one sided.
not only are they give energy, she get. So when the guy replied, the guy now did a screen record. The guy opened a Kuda account, began to show many debit alerts that he has on account of this lady.
If I was not a Christian, I'm not sure. Yeah, okay.
Let me finish the story. So she can't be like, the guy can't be like, wait, what else do you want me to do to show that I love you as a friend? Apart from all this that I've been, I'm like, bro, the line was so long. I was seeing 40K, I was seeing 2K, I was seeing 50K, I was seeing 1 5, I was seeing a lot, like a day of data. A day of please, I don't have food stuff. Please, can you please, I'm hungry to buy ice cream. Please, can you just help me as a friend? Just take. And I saw almost,
I feel like cursing the guy.
I saw, I saw. See, if I'm not exaggerating, I saw like almost 20 different this thing.
Nice.
And maybe in the midst of those 20 lines, maybe the girl just be like 1 or 2. And those 1 or 2 were 4 digits. And I saw many 5 digits that the guy did for her. And the guy's complaining that now only they give energy in that friendship.
Now, from the depth of my heart, if I was not a Christian, I would have said I go put it from the depth of my heart. Like I'm not putting that on the depth of my heart because it's giving Jacob. It's giving Jacob because one, there's stupidity on the guy's side. Why are you spending so because now, to be honest, what the girl wants is boyfriend benefits.
Without being.
You get
Mm.
you get because he comes through for you when you need it.
The now the girl was not saying that after the guy sent her the screen record that she felt ashamed.
She felt her eye. She,
She felt
serious,
ashamed, brother. She felt
it was
ashamed.
like I'm getting the urge to make courses on the girl because see the thing is this. Being honest, as much as I would like to bash the guy, because you can see different shades of stupidity around his actions. But either we like it or not, as guys, either we like it or not, most times, at one point or the other in our lives, we have actually done something like this. It might not just be to learn ability.
Of
And
course, of
why?
course, of course.
Why? Because there is literally I can say that there's no system that teaches you how to navigate life as a man.
As a man.
You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Because if you understood how to navigate life as a man, that's why it's because of things like this that some people legitimately believe that friendship between a man
And a woman
and a male and female
cannot
is
exist.
a facade.
Yeah, they be like something. You guys are already
Because
doing another thing, another this
now
thing.
because sorry, if the girl let's say if the girl was in a relationship,
Mm-hmm.
yes, sir, if the girl was in a relationship and like if I'm in a relationship with the girl and the guy drops that kind of screenshot or video recording, we might break up because of it. Because I'll find it hard to believe that my fellow guy
It's placing that amount
is
of
pressing
money
that amount of money
without collecting another thing in return.
without ROI.
No.
I get what I'm saying now. However, you see, like it or not, if you might not just be up to that level, check it when we were in secondary schools, when we were in primary schools. There was always that guy that, oh, that guy that in his mind, in his innocence, and guess what? The guy might not even have anything. The guy might just be doing it from a place of let me just show off for her. You know what the point is?
Yeah.
So it's 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 more of a play. It's more of a thing of nobody. So, something happened. I lost my dad at a very young age. Now, so what happened with that is that from my maternal side,
Yeah.
I have a cousin. You know, this my cousin is someone that I actually lived with in my first early years of university. And as we were growing up, anytime a relative, and direct from my maternal side, now,
Yeah.
anytime they come over and they want to correct me on anything, they just say, "Oh, this is your cousin. He has been doing this. He has been doing that." Like he has always been the standard.
Okay, 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 okay.
Like
I
you
get, I
get,
get, I get, I get, I get.
they just look at me and there are things that they just expect, and instead of, and guess what? Men were also part of people that will criticize me.
Yeah.
That will always, it was now that I now started to look at it. Nobody actually sat me down.
To say that this is how
No, like
this and this should be done.
I'm telling you that none of them actually sat me down. But I discussed with them about what do you want out of life?
Imagine.
You don't understand?
Yes.
No, none of them has ever sat me down. All of them just, all they say is that you're not the only one to lose your father. You understand? You're not the only one to lose your father.
That's problem.
You're not
And
the
you know,
first.
I
And
feel that's why most times, that's why I feel that most times, if ladies, like, the serious ones that want to do something in their life, like, you see that most times, like, if they set out to do something, they always, at least some extent, do well in it. Why? Because check every, like, so no matter how small no matter how small your locality or your what's it called, your space is, there's always the way they come together to teach themselves that, okay, as a lady, this is what, like, okay, in Nigeria today, there are many women's conference, both in church and secular. You see ladies in tech, ladies in business, womenpreneur, and
no,
all those things.
even though there's a flip side to that, however, see, one thing I see is anytime I see, especially online,
Mhm.
I look at many of these feminists things,
Yeah,
and they do this thing where, the online space is a place where people jump from extreme to extreme.
100, 100, 100.
The online space is a place where extreme narratives are exchanged, where somebody, one person comes with this extreme, and instead of another person
To
instead of
balance it,
another party to come and bring balance
it
to
will
that
come in its
extreme,
own
it will
extreme.
comes with its own
And now be
extreme. So
fighting.
two extremes are not fighting each other.
Yeah,
Now, I'm saying that to get to this point. You see many of these feminists, what they do is, or many of these people that in quotes, support for the gay child. You know what they do? Organize campaigns for the girl child,
exactly.
sensitization for the girl child, and
Yeah,
everything. They even, many of them even go to orphanages, gather the
exactly.
girls, buy pads for them, buy everything. You
You
know,
know, women are even much
no,
more educated
no,
concerning sexual matters
no,
than men,
I'm not, no, that's not the
even of
bone
contention.
of contention. Now, they are doing all this, forgetting that, sorry, we are teaching all these ladies, okay, navigate life like this, like this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh, what you guys are forgetting is, number one, women are not the only one in this fight.
Exactly.
I don't care how misogynist, but
And
the both genders both exist in this ecosystem,
100.
and either you like it or not, we will have to find a way for us to coexist
Exactly.
in this cosmos. Now, I'm saying that to get to this point.
Mm-hmm.
You are organizing all these things, but for the boy child, it's very. I've never seen. When I mean never, I mean never. It's recently that I'm seeing conferences for men.
That's the
I've
problem,
never seen.
exactly.
No, that's for men.
I know what you're saying
I've
now.
never seen any campaign or any rally or any sensitization for the boy child. And guess what? What that is does is that you are training the girl child well. You leave the boy child to get
It's training
his
online.
own orientation, however he wants to get it. And you think that the girls that you are training are safe.
They are not safe.
Because guess
And most times people forget that these ladies you are training get married to men.
no, 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 I'll fight you.
They forget that
No, no,
that
no,
particular
no, no,
aspect.
no, no.
And after a while, you see this coming out and saying that you see, the husband is capping their destiny. The husband is essentially reducing them. A man that is not trained we always see his wife as a competition, especially when the wife is actually trying to get better, trying to
And now,
do things for her own life.
the thing is this.
That was the problem.
The thing is this. You know, I was thinking which day, as you know that, there's this. I was watching a podcast
Mm-hmm.
overnight, and it, it just that podcast really messed me up so bad that I was just in my head and I'm like, people do not, most especially from the ages of 25 to your early 30s,
Mm-hmm.
the kind of mental battlefield
Hmm.
that men go through is not
Bro,
spoken. Is
I'm
not
telling
spoken
you that
about
it's
enough.
not longer from 25 now. I'm telling you. Right now, from your 20, like from your 20,
The early 30s.
like you've already started a lot of battle of the mind. And most men don't have anybody to talk that can trust enough. Men actually, most times men we have this tough skin, tough shell.
Well,
In quotes,
see,
sure
see,
you
see,
get.
see, see. The problem is this. On that of situation,
Mm-hmm.
there's also an argument that men should learn to speak up more. But is the society that is asking the men to speak up more? Are you ready for the truth? Are you? I know if we speak up, are you like? Is the society actually ready
Can
to
you
listen to men?
contain
Can
the
you
depth
contain the
that
depth of what?
that guy is bringing to you?
Because
How many parents can actually have a not that okay currently I'm doing that. How many children can actually open up to their parent that I'm having this issue, I'm having this like my mind is
let me ask you first. You know, on this matter of something happened online one day.
okay.
A guy was a guy came out and he said he feels like after a woman gives birth, that because his argument was that when his plight was that when his wife was giving birth, that he was running around, he was doing everything. He said, and when after she gave birth, that everybody was greeting the wife alone.
Mm-hmm.
He never said that they should. Now, it was like nobody even asked him
How is it doing?
how was it doing. Now come and see backlash online. It was so bad that so
In first part, even men will still be will still be trashing the guy.
I know. I'm like, it got to a stage that I'm like, have we? I'm like, have we lost the ability to think logically? Have we lost the ability to critically analyze the situation, to critically hear what somebody is saying without trying to look for
Loopholes.
loopholes?
Yeah,
Not same man will say that after his wife has given birth, that he should neglect the wife and come and be praising him.
it's not possible.
All he's saying is,
At least ask me how I'm doing. That's all. It's not too much.
and guess what? This is the same society that is coming out to complain that
I mean, I'm not, they're not talking out.
that that men, don't speak out. There's a time that I think there's a time that is this where one of them was complaining how that a woman that I think he was saying that a woman that only collects that he was complaining about how that most women are just going to collect, collect, collect. Now one of the Instagram social media certified relationship coach came out to say women were due to collect that that God had already finished work on Adam before he created that women were just built to come and chop.
There's this stupid thing that I do see online. That maybe for instance like this, a guy and a lady on a date, right? And and the guy's like, okay, me, I'm an engineer. So every month I need to amount of money. Still get. So she's now asking the lady that, okay, you what do you bring to the table? Not Gary, I am the
I'm the
table.
table. No, actually, a guy on Nurse Mirage page actually he brought a very good perspective to that and the table. You know what the guy said? He said you are the table. Oh, no problem.
You can't do two or three tables.
No. You know what he said? He said if you are the table, I'm a full mansion. And in a full mansion, there are many furnitures, there are many tables. In a full mansion,
In my father's house,
there are many tables. like because when you know the stupidity of that statement is when you check the Bible self,
Mhm.
when you check the Bible that they call patriarchal
Yeah,
root.
yeah, 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 yeah.
When I check the Bible when the woman was created,
Mhm.
it was boldly written that it's not good for man to be alone. I will create an
And
help
help
meet
meets for him
for him.
and help. So mean that at least the lady is helping. So it's not as if
So
okay, it's not as if everything you want to do, you have to wait on your
and
husband
guess
to be able
what?
to do anything.
And guess what?
Come on.
Due to because of all these pressures and everything that the amount of men, there's a reason why Jordan Peter, Jordan Peterson said something when he was battling, he was in a debate with the feminists. So the feminist was trying to list male privileges. She was listing that men can do this, men get away with this. You know what he now said? It was not like men die more, men commit suicide more. There are more men in jail. So and that's what men in the country that more men are in jail because obviously they commit more crimes.
Why are they committing the
Why are
crime?
they committing crimes? See, there's this notion that I say that the reason why there are more men than women in jail is not because women are better people than men. It's a lie.
Because demands like more demands are placed on men to provide.
See, because do you know why? Do you know why? I see. I say it. I don't care if I'm attacked or what. Women are every bit as vicious as men.
They
Women,
have seen it in history now. They've
women,
seen it in
women
history.
are every bit as violent as men. The only what number one, what the reason why the prison is filled with more men than women is that number one, men are more motivated. Let me not say motivated. I don't know which word. Let me just use motivated for lack of a better word to actually venture into crime because of the because of the kind of body expectation that
It's on them.
society mounts
As
on them
as as placed on them.
as a man. That's one. Number two, in their act of violence, the reason why is as if more men are in prison than women for the case of violence. It's not because women to are violent. Both men and women are capable of violence.
Violence, murder, killing is in the blood. Like if you're a human being,
Let me
it's
say
in
this
your
again.
nature.
See, for you to
You just need the right
no,
drive.
see,
Actually,
for you to know
oh,
to bring
what are we saying
to shatter that ideology that violence is just a masculine thing.
here? Hmm.
Check the number one. Ah, it's the same analogy. Check the stepmother stepson dynamic.
God,
One.
God bless you.
Check check the madam housemaid dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
Just see. You want to understand how that you want to know that like
A,
you want to
a
understand.
woman can also be wicked
Yes,
and
like
violent.
if you want to see the violent aspect of women, just just check those two dynamics.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That's very, 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 very
Like
correct.
check those two dynamics, you will see
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
violence. See, because I feel like one thing we do as a society is that that's why I said online is a battle of extremes. Because when the Mirabel case came out, Eric Bua came out and said he blocked the friend of his for making a tweet. Like the lady wrote in her tweet, not all men, but always a man. Said he blocked her because one thing he does not like is when you are trying to genderize. When instead of
Addressing an issue,
addressing an issue, you
we're
are
trying
trying
to
to
make a gender
make it a
problem.
gender problem. Come and see me this in the comment section. Trying to attack. And that is just the truth.
See, most people online they can't think. They are they are reaction
No,
based.
no, no, see.
They are too emotional to be
Eh,
able to let's talk
it's not
facts.
like they can't think. It's just a question of everybody online is looking for an ideology that actually that appeals to his proclivities, that appeals to his own bias. That's what I'm saying now. So,
See it
like,
thinking problem.
so in their argument, Jordan Peterson was trying to tell the lady that okay, men die more, men stay more. It's like he was
Mm-hmm,
trying to
mm-hmm,
bring
mm-hmm.
perspective that how that men go through all these things, and it's crazy because Number one, the same ladies that are complaining of, oh, men are violent, ladies are rather live with a bear than stay with a man. Now, no. Let's make it more. Now, conduct a survey. Eh?
Mm-hmm.
If you have to conduct a survey, and if you want to
Yeah.
conduct that survey, don't just ask them word of mouth because everybody they want to pretend like good people. Do it with a polygraph, a lie detector. You know
Yeah,
that
yeah,
like
yeah, 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 yeah,
detector
yeah, yeah.
that is used in all these CIA
CIA
movies.
movies. Yeah.
Make an array of ladies. Ask them that who do they want, a drug dealer or a banker. And
Hmm.
put a lie detector. Ask the average Nigerian lady, who would you prefer to date? A money launderer, you know, a Yahoo boy or a doctor? A guy, my a friend of
Wait, have you seen this stupid trend going on online now? That a lady will come out, she will name, okay, how the girlfriend of a young boy will dress, the girlfriend of a politician will dress, girlfriend of
I
all
see.
these thing. And I saw girlfriend of a 9 to 5er, someone 9 to 5, like 9 to 5 normal this thing. She now, all these that our mother used to wear. That's what she wore. I'm like, wait, what exactly are you trying to pass out with this stupid analogy that just did right now?
No,
What exactly is your plan? Are you telling us that it is better to be the side chick of a politician than not to not to be the wife of a doctor?
and guess what? Guess what? All these things, the young boys are saying
That's
it.
the problem. So they're saying they're like, oh, even me to, I want to carry the hottest babe in town. So how do I do it? I want to have money. Okay. Then like, okay, what is the fastest way to have money? Okay, there's fraud. There's ritual killing. There's kidnapping. There's all these little
Even
things that you
so,
can do online.
you understand? Look at all these things and you're like, the, what something happened. I was watching a podcast too.
Mhm.
The guy said he was asking the ladies, he was like, what's your taste in a man? He said he looked at her and he was telling her that, okay, let me guess, you want a man that is earning 6 figures per month. He said, but this is an American, so it's probably in dollars.
Of course, of course, of
So
course.
it was like, for you to say you want a man that is earning, if you
Six
want your man to
figures.
be earning 6 figures a month, he said you have eliminated 90% of men. That's one. Now, you said you want, it's not like that is, I want a man that earns 6 figures. It's not like it ends there. Oh. Like, check that. It doesn't end there. Oh. It must have 6 packs.
Of course,
It must
the
have six,
physique and the money
you
must
know,
be there.
it must have 6 packs. It must be God fearing. You know, this the analysis astrology. And Gemini, it must be Aries. It must be this. It was like,
You don't prepare really.
it was like, so now, and seeing all these things, like it or not, one of the, either we want to admit it as men or not,
Mhm.
one of the motivation, one of the primary motivations of men, one of the primary emotions that motivate men to achieve things are two emotions of both love and sex.
That's just it.
Those two things.
That's just
And
it.
those two things, who wields them?
It's really,
Women. Do you get it now?
yeah,
So many no, now this is not to solely blame
the women.
women for the decadence of men.
Mm-mm.
No, we are just trying to bring perspective to how that the society has
Has
placed
pushed a lot of nonsense.
a lot of
Burdens.
unreasonable, unrealistic
You know,
burdens on men.
these days, I think it's now that older people are trying to look in perspective for we that were just growing up. There's this, I think a few years ago there was this crazy narrative that was going on online that at age 25 as a man, you must have got some things right. So you get, like, as a man, if you're 25, you're 26, you must have this. Now that's fine. Until I started maybe kind of studying the billionaires now. I mean those in the 70s, 60s. You start discovering that most of them Their 20s were years that they actually used to try many things, experiment, make many mistakes, lost a lot of money, had many failed businesses. But because they know at the same time, so 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 all the experiences that they gathered in their 20s, they sat down, think again, add a lot of a lot of personal thinking, a lot of better mentorship. Then when they were now in their 30s, they had, because of course, like if you join for 10 years, at least there's something that you know that I'm good at this thing. That if I can double down on this thing, then of course my life will be okay. Now, but right now, it's as if you're not giving our young men the chance to make mistakes anymore. That if you're 22 and you don't know what you want to do with your life, you're a failure already. And trust me, a young man that just finished out of university, it's always scared that almost I'm 20, I'm 25 now. And if I see everything is still blue. And everybody, if your family members, your friends, your relatives are already causing a failure, how will you survive in that state?
There was this skit. I think a guy, I don't know, I don't want to skit or something, but he was very, very intimate. You know what he said? When you were young and you see your dad go and sit outside in the evening, like
I'm reading newspaper.
that he just sit outside the evening and it was as if this is my service or not. He said, but no,
You go ask.
he was not saying it jokingly that you are now relating at this. Yeah, that just take long walks. And that thing has he got to say that now sef, I'm even scared of myself. Because it's gotten worse to the extent where if I'm in the room and if I want to socialize, maybe I'm in the parlor with if I'm in the living room with my mom and dad, everybody can laugh and everything. But if I'm in the room in my zones, if my mom enters the room and maybe she states her business and we have sorted it out. If she's still trying to instigate one or two conversations that I'm saying that this thing will lead to more talks, you know what I do? I will walk out of the room. She will follow me out of that room.
Then I go back.
Then I'll go back. It's it's going to a stage where even if I'm going back home, there's a part of me that secretly prays that my sister is well. You understand? The part of
Yeah,
me secretly prays that my sister is well. That I've just been.
yeah.
It's not like she's doing anything to me.
I
I
get
just
you.
want to go
I
in.
get you.
Even the tenants that are at home, that are at home with, I don't pray.
Just want to be
Let me just
let me just be.
like you understand? Let me just wake up. Let me just be.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
I'm like at this young age.
and these are issues that we are not addressing the way it should be addressed.
And now guess what?
I'm telling
Now
you.
guess what? God forbid. With something like that going on. I'm like, if do you know if a suicidal thought comes now? Because I've sat down and thought about it that if not for institutions like the church, where you have like a spiritual
When
father,
you go and at least like hope is actually awakening again in your spirit.
what where you have at least like where you have a spiritual father and all those things. And even at that, my question is, your spiritual father too is human.
It is going through things, sir. See, I'm telling you,
That's why I
see,
want
we have to, and see these things actually, and that's why we have to start training men. I mean, young boys now, because they don't have become fathers. Because see, if as a father you are putting up a kind of show in the house that is already communicating a negative energy, either you like it or not, you're already affecting your wife, you're already affecting the kids,
so
whether you like it or not.
on this case, I don't know why I just remember a lot of posts. You know Malik now
Yeah, yeah,
online.
yeah, 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 yeah.
He was saying he said it in Yoruba, but I was just interpreting in English. He said he noticed something that when he was growing up, when the kids do something bad, because in many homes the dad was not leader around. Maybe their dad's job had to do with him traveling.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
it was like when you do something wrong, the mother would be like, when your dad comes, don't worry when your dad comes. So and truly, when the dad comes and they tell the father, the dad will be the one to beat them.
Yeah.
It was not like it was not like it was not like unconsciously. What they didn't know was that every time they saw the father only signified one thing to them: judgment,
Punishment.
punishment, and judgment. That's why I noticed that when kids now, when those, even though the father spent used all his life, all his resources
To
to
train
train
them.
those kids, the kids grew up and the only person they remember is their mother. So he was not saying it jokingly that if you are going to marry me, when the kids do something
Offend.
wrong, beat
Punish
them.
them. That's
He
so
said,
it.
beat them. When I come and you tell me about it,
I'll do my own
I will
too.
beg them. If I'm at home and you travel too, I will beat them and you come beg
And
them.
beg them.
Don't
Order
like
for egusi for
so
egusi. Let
don't
it meet.
sorry, don't make those kids
Eat me
see me,
as the
not
devil.
see me as judgment, only as judgment. Because like it or not, the way
Even me that I'm talking, I can count the number of times that my mom actually beat me. I can count it.
they are like it has been so structured in a way whereby it's only in few homes where is
The
maybe
mother
his
that
mother.
is
And guess what? Mothers get away with that these things
before uncle.
because mother and child. I'm telling you that a mother and child already have
That connection
that
already
connection
there.
is already there. You that is the man that has to
You are the one that
put
have to build
effort.
it. I'm telling you.
So mothers, even street mothers, because I don't, no matter how strict the mother is, the moment the child enters an institution, that's it.
They
Your
of
wings
course.
are already cut. But as a father,
You see you can assist you can consider that today meet me in my house and you come because you are the father.
you, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I'm looking at these things like unconsciously, they are like, there's like, there's like this subtle system, this subtle structure that makes the fathers that and what those dangerous things do, how that when the child does anything, they when it's time to let's say reward the child or anything, most times the fathers give the gifts to the mothers
To give the
to
child.
give the child. You are seeing the dynamics now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
When
yeah, 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 yeah.
when the kids want to play or when they want to enjoy it, it's the mother. But it's when it's now time to punish the kids. That's when you now outsource it to the father.
But honestly, like see, every time I've been saying this one, that's why like making me scared of. Okay, I was talking to somebody the other day that at least to some extent, based on my experience, at least like I still know some things, some basic things, like not at least basic things concerning how to be maybe a man or an husband or a good husband. At least based on what I've learned in church and based on what I've read myself. But I'm like being a father is a different ballgame entirely. So my question is that like how okay of course they be like read books. Yes, that one is there. But sorry, how do we train men to become good
I like
fathers?
before that, I like battle the big things.
Yeah.
Parenting is modern.
Um
So you can there's something in psychology. If you study psychology to a particular extent, you realize that many times when you can read books,
mhm.
like you can read books, listen to sermons as to how you should act. But when it's time to act, there's a high probability that how you act is how you have seen those that you grew up under, how they
Ah,
act under certain circumstances and situations is most
determine your own name.
is most likely how you
You
will
respond to it
act
as well.
because the
You have
brain
seen it exactly.
because the brain likes what is familiar. That is what your brain is familiar with. Those what people are saying, you are absorbing that information, but what is in your subconscious is what
Is what
you
you
have
have
seen,
seen.
what you have seen.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
You get
So okay, now that most 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 kids of my age, most of them had a lot of issues growing up, parental issues, parental issues and all that. And what I like to know, there will still be a time whereby these men get married
see
and the father children.
one thing I say,
How do we train men to become good fathers?
one thing I say is this. Number one, I'm not saying that now. Yes, one of the things you need is one is exposure.
Yes, yes, yes,
Exposure to the right
yes.
information. Now, what exposure does to, not the exposure does not change you, but what the exposure does to you, if you are at least honest with yourself, is you know that first it helps you realize that what you call what you thought was normal
It's not.
is dysfunction, is
Yes.
abnormal.
Yes.
That's one. So that's that. I feel like that's like one the first step. Now, number two is for someone that is just growing up, if you are still in your for those that are still in their teenage age or their early 20s,
Twenties.
what I say is insert yourself in healthy families.
Mm.
What? Why? You
Mm,
know,
mm, mm.
one of the things that helped me was I, for the most, or like let me just say the conscious, my conscious stages as a boy growing up. I didn't get my dad. Was a
Yeah,
guy
yeah.
very young. One of the things that helped me was the fact that men was even though I was privy to the irresponsible men, but I saw the responsible ones. So the same way my brain was capturing those who did things
Okay, it's like this thing that this guy taught us. This rich dad, poor dad analogy.
of addition of
Yeah, 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 yeah,
that
yeah,
same
yeah.
thing. So, like that for me, because you can see you can read 100 books.
I'm still going to be a worse father than your dad.
Because guess what? Because guess what? Guess what? Miles Moreau explained that thing. There's the subconscious and there's the subconscious. Now, what you read, what you do by reading, watching podcasts, listening to sermons, that comes to your subconscious. But what you act out is as a result of what has made it to your subconscious. There's a reason why a Christian, let's dive down to basic Christianity.
Mhm.
Someone who listens to someone who has given his life to Christ, you
Yeah,
can still step on him and he'll slap you. Not because he knows that
it's wrong.
as a Christian I should not react like this. But that's just in his conscious.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That information is not yet. So
Okay,
one way to fast, one way one way to actually, you know, one way to reprogram
your mind.
your mind is
It's not like working for
to
me.
insert yourselves.
You know what love actually means.
Insert
But my question is that, of course, that's a very good point, and I naturally love that actually. But what if, okay, now you are saying that in in case maybe after you have exposed yourself to the knowledge, you see that it seems as if the way our family is going around is not okay.
mm,
Then you are like, okay, let me start myself into
when I say
families. No, I get what I say. But what about people that are not parents whereby you are not allowed to go out, you are not allowed to relate, you are not allowed to socialize? That the only like that the only place you can actually socialize is on the internet, and there's no way you can actually have an organic experience of what you're talking about. So how do those kids actually come out of these things?
one, see,
And you know that they are still very young. That for instance, now leaving your father's house is not easy. It's not easy.
okay, now
So
it's like this. It's like this. See, I know you're saying because see, to an extent, that's why I'm saying it that yeah, the Bible says, the foundation be destroyed, under the righteous. Because see, if you are to look at this thing critically, many of those, because it's actually a pattern. Many of those who grew up under this system, it's very constant that I don't know if they are doing it intentionally or they are just, or maybe they are just going with the flow. Is that they tend to cage the kids. Like the system tends to has a way of trying to cage the kids.
exactly.
But I'll just say that one, you are not going to you will not be in that house forever. You go to school now,
Mm-hmm,
you
mm-hmm.
go to universities. Now from there, first things first. As I say, first things first.
Expose yourself.
Read books. Listen to, it's not like those reading books and all those things. It's not like it will not affect your subconscious, but it takes time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
by
yeah.
reading books, reading by reading books, listening to messages and all those things, what it does is first, because the most important, I'll say it, the most important is you realizing is first,
Knowing that
this is not how it should be.
it's not, it's not,
It's not right.
it's not right. It's not right. It's not right.
So once you get to that stage first,
Then actually, at least we won like half of the battle already.
get what I'm saying?
Once you know that this is not right,
This is not right.
because see, let me tell you something. Today, some people still see losing their wife as normal.
Now,
Till now,
see, people, although now, see, because I feel like now this conversation we have, we have stayed long on the aspect of the gender aspect of masculinity. But no, there's also another thing that society is pushing now to emasculate me. Like, there's the side of masculinity, like there's side of the positive aspect of masculinity that is being pushed towards.
mhm,
And there's another dangerous side now. That is where everything masculine now
mhm,
is seen as toxic.
yeah,
Because guess what? Every society, because guess what? Every society is built by men.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Society is built by men, like it or not. The society is built by men. So if there will be chaos in society
Or not.
or not, it's 100% dependent
Mhm,
on men. If there will be, if there would be revolution, it is 100% dependent on men. You know what I'm saying?
mhm,
So so I feel like it's a conscious effort by those that are trying to control. So if you want to control society, you have first you have to dampen the masculine force. If you want to oppress the society, what you do first is that. That's why before slavery can occur, you have to first conquer the men first, conquer the
yeah,
soldiers, because
yeah.
the men are the soldiers. You conquer them first. After you have conquered them,
They
then
can walk in and take over.
can walk in and take over. You know what I'm saying now?
Yeah,
So that's why now you see, I know then it was brute force. Now they are doing it softly by throwing their stupid and extreme narratives.
mm,
You know, get now, now, now see this. Let's come to context of a relationship.
mhm,
Let's say you are dating a lady. And she's going out. She puts on something that you feel is revealing. When you talk about it, you are controlling. You are insecure. When a man takes a stance, it's narcissistic.
mhm,
When a man that is assertive is narcissistic.
yeah, yeah. And these are masculine traits.
A man, a confident man is
It's proud.
arrogant, is proud.
See, this is what I said now. I was still thinking about it the other day that how come, when we're young, our parents, at least most parents, taught their kids to be at least be able to stand for yourself, be able to be confident and at least express yourself. But now that the kid has grown up and is doing those things, they will be like, seems as if this kid is proud, seems as if this kid is doing too much.
Something, do you know? There's on this case of masculinity and the likes. There's this because the men, as much as I'm like, okay, yes, give men a safe space for, as much as I'm for, let's give men a safe space for expressing their emotions.
Yeah,
I still believe, strongly that there is a level of stoicism. Let's bring balance to it that a man needs.
yeah, yeah.
You saying men should not cry is wrong because what are we even saying? The archetype of the perfect man is Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
I think that thing is low.
Because the archetype of a perfect man,
Yeah.
the archetype of a perfect man is Jesus Christ. And the
Mm-hmm.
Bible said Jesus
Just wait.
wept. So where are you getting where is your own
Narrative comes from your experience.
narrative coming from
Yeah, 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 yeah.
that men should not cry? If there's no proper structure as to how men should expose their emotions, to express their emotions, because I feel like as a man, a woman is the one that should that can break down anywhere anyhow and it will be seen as empathy. That can even use it to align. As a man, you can't try it. Now there's the dangerous aspect to that, but there's also the positive aspect. Because in a way, as a man, is your self-control, your ability to absorb is very, very necessary. Even though when taken to an extreme can be detrimental to the man, but it's actually very necessary because that is what the masculinity is all about. Because if because guess what? If you don't know how to if you don't learn how to absorb, if sorry, if you don't if you don't know how to absorb, or when you teach men that, because what many of them are trying to actually push to the society is let men, like is for men to start acting how they feel, try to feminize women. And when men act exactly how they feel, you have murder, you have rape, you have shootings in school. The difference between you and a criminal is not necessarily that you are better behaved than them. It's just one thing. They act how they felt at that moment is how they acted. As a man, when, let's say for example, you have a confrontation with a lady and she insults your mother, if it's based on how you feel, you want to smash her head on the wall based on how you feel. Somebody say something I don't like, based on how I'm feeling, I want to punch you in the face. Like I really want to get a big stone and land it on your head based on how I'm feeling. So if there is no measure, or there's no system to put that in check, my brother. So I feel like that's the two ditches that I feel like men are actually that I feel like a lot of men fall into, that is very detrimental to masculinity in today's world.
So, as I was saying, actually, I believe that society needs men to stand up. I mean, actual men, real men, not who we have to get online. I mean, actual men that understand what it means to be a man and to stand up for their family. But then, even in the midst of all that, I still believe that we should have institutions that can come together and talk to men, I mean fathers, that I mean not something that we are streaming online, something that we can talk that as father, as a husband, these are things that you should not be doing. That even though you are doing it instantly and it does not affect you, it's causing a lot of damage to your family. So there should be that institution, and there should be also institutions that can train boys that, hey, hello, you have an important role to play when you become a father. So there's some basic things that you should know, because I feel that as society we are not doing enough training me. I mean, it's a personal something, but I feel we are not doing enough. We are not doing enough. Like, we are not doing as much as we should be doing. Men are just being left out to just take care of themselves, to learn on the job, to learn on the way, to grow up and become whatever they want to become. And trust me, you cannot build a functional society by doing that. So please and please, parents, the same way you are training your kids to become good wives for their husbands, please train your boys to become good husbands also to their wives and fathers to their family.